Oh wow, that was smooth.
Yeah, right.
I didn't expect that. I expected him to push a button, and he didn't. It just went.
That's why I was doing the finger guns.
Finger guns.
Hey guys, how you doing?
All right.
Ooh, what a day.
I think we're kind of loopy with all the excitement.
Yes.
Yes.
What is it? So much awesome.
It's too much awesome.
Too much awesome.
Oh my gosh, that was in all caps, written as a text earlier the other day. So much things happening. It's too much awesome happening.
Wasn't our marketing person was like too much awesome?
Exactly. Which we hope that's the way you're gonna feel when you're here at Waco Indie next week.
Yes.
It is like next week. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's just around the corner.
8 days.
Oh my gosh.
Almost.
Don't say that out
9
loud.
days.
Wow.
All right, but we're here. And we're here with some special guests today. So
Yep.
we're actually going to get right into that.
Oh, do you want to mention where we're
Yeah,
at?
sure, we should.
Because people
yeah.
are like,
See
what's
all
the deal
old-
with
old-
the people on the wall?
So we are with the Masonic Lodge.
Mhm.
They're one of our new venues. They have this amazing theater that you can't see because it's on the other side.
Mhm.
It's actually going to be the one downstairs because their upstairs one holds like 3,000. Which sure, yeah, we're going to bring 3,000
Next year.
next
we'll
year,
have
next year with
3,000 people here next year.
But yeah, they've got a big theater up top, but they've got this cool theater down below, which is still big, but
Mhm.
it's amazing.
It's literally underground.
literally
it's-
underground.
it's underground
Underground at the
theater.
Masonic Lodge.
All right, exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what the folks are behind us
Mhm.
is former leaders of the Masonic Lodge. So we're
Mhm.
excited to be here at this new venue, and we're excited to bring on 3 of our guests.
Yeah.
Are we going to bring in all 3 or one at
Oh
a
no,
time?
one at a time. I think
Okay,
better.
let's do
Don't
that.
wanna- Too much awesome is we're gonna dial back the awesome for this
Mhm.
and just have one awesome at a time.
Okay.
All right. So
Yeah.
first we'll do Chris, right?
Yeah, let's introduce Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hey guys,
And
excited to be here. Happy to bring the
thanks for
awesome.
coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chris, I am gonna turn off this one banner, which
Mhm.
I don't know why that came up. That's probably been up the whole time. So Chris, you are with a wonderful movie
Mhm.
called The Strange Dark. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Strange Dark is a sci-fi thriller. Think modern Twilight Zone kind of story. It's about a man, Edgar, who thinks he's figured out how to tell the future. His wife and daughter think he's crazy. And meanwhile, there are agents from the company he works for who are after him. It all takes place in one evening in one house, and it's told in a non-linear fashion. Think like a sci-fi Knives Out, where you sort of see part of the story, you think you know what's going on, then you see the story again from a different angle, from a different person's perspective. And it's all very twisty, but I promise you by the end of the night, it all wraps up and it all makes sense. And it's a tight little thriller.
Very tight.
Yeah.
Very tight. Yeah, it's in the programming meeting. Everyone was remarking about how just well crafted it was. How succinct.
Oh, thank you.
No, thank you. It was just a pleasure. So, so who would you say the audience for the film is?
You know, honestly, I've been so happy and surprised by the people who dig the film, meaning that, it's not a film that's for men or for women or for old people or for young people. I've seen people of every age enjoy it. It's a real crowd pleaser. It's a fun movie. I think if you're interested in a ride, this is a good ride. There's no message here that you're not going to come away from this film having learned something deeper about humanity. Not that those films aren't great, but my film is going to entertain you. You can see here some shots from the film. It was shot by Teo Maniaki. Teo is a pretty famous cinematographer. He most recently shot Fallout for Amazon. He shot Westworld. He shot Deadwood. A really talented cinematographer. Wow. So even though our film takes place in one location in one evening, he gave it a really beautiful look. Cast of 7. And couldn't be prouder of them. But yeah, if the idea of like a modern Twilight Zone twisty thriller sounds like a good time, I think you're going to enjoy it.
Awesome, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the film. I mean, this was so much fun. Like you said, it does have those twists and turns. It's such a remarkable film for being in just such a tight space, and just the method of your storytelling, of being able to tell that story, but then let's do it another way with another note, and let's do it another way with something else.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Well, yeah, because I mean, every time you switched perspectives, you crafted it so well in the writing that new information was being handed off, which was just a stellar move.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing when I knew I wanted to tell it non-linearly, the main thing was I didn't want to confuse anyone. I didn't want anyone at any moment to be like, "What is going on? Where am I?" Because that takes the fun out of it. If you have to turn to the person next to you and go, "What's going on?" That's not enjoyable. So I tried really hard to put in enough clues and enough overlapping that you kind of always know where you are, but you're constantly getting new information and sort of reevaluating what's going on, and are they going to survive this kind of crazy night that we're putting them through.
Yeah, and since you're talking about that, I wonder if you're willing to, you don't have to, if you have any behind the scenes story you want to share, any juicy tidbit that someone should
Sure.
be looking out for while they're watching the film?
Yeah, I have a few. So my favorite crazy indie filmmaking story is that we shot this over 20 days and had rented the house from an older couple who were very nice. And we show up on day 16 of our shoot, and it's about a 30-person crew and 7-person cast, and we show up ready to shoot, and there's no power in the house, but there's power for the rest of the block. And come to find out that the couple we had rented from hadn't paid their electric bill for 2 years. The reason they had rented the house to us is because they were out of money and they needed more money for drinking, and so that's where all our money went. And so we had to run down to the electric company and pay their 2-year-old electric bill to get power turned on. It's one of those stories that when I tell it now, it's very funny.
Yeah.
But on the day when you're sitting there with 37 people in a dark house, unable to turn the lights on, not so fun. So yeah, that's my favorite sort of making of anecdote. I can tell you a couple other making of anecdotes that I think are fun real quick. One is that because we shot in this house and we're a low budget indie film, all of our adult actors were actually living in the house while we were shooting. So we would shoot from noon to midnight, and then they would sleep in the house, and we'd make them breakfast the next morning. And so it felt like adult summer camp, they said, when we were shooting there.
Yeah.
And my other favorite story about the making of it is I taught filmmaking for the last 15 years before I made this film. And when I wrote this script, to have a one location script with a small cast is kind of a dream for an indie filmmaker. And I was like, I really have to make this. So I took a break from teaching to do it. And we crowdfunded the majority of our budget, and 90% of the donations came from my former students. So that was really humbling to have all these students who are now off working in Hollywood and working in TV, and to have them support me and want to see their teacher make his feature. So that was pretty special. So there's a lot of, as most indie films have, there's a lot of love that went into the making of this film, and I couldn't be prouder of it.
Well, that's fantastic.
That is amazing.
So, Chris, remind us again when and where where Waco Indie. When is the film screening? If people want to check out your film,
Friday at 5 p.m. At the PAC, PACC. Yeah.
Yep. PSC, Performing Arts Community Center.
Yeah. So that's Friday the 18th.
Yep. And of course, if anybody wants to follow you, we got your Instagram up here, the Screenshot Movie. Definitely follow them, check it out, check to the trajectory. Now I know you've had a good festival run already. You're nearing the end with that. How's the run been? I mean, I'm obviously,
it's been amazing. It's been kind of overwhelming. We're in our 10th month, about 2 months more to go. Hope to be streaming in the fall. We have several distribution offers, and if I was talking to you a week from now, I think I could tell you which one we've chosen to go with. But honestly, super excited to be at Waco. One of my favorite things about being on a festival run is all the filmmakers you meet, and filmmakers talk. And one of the things we talk about is festivals, the festivals that we love and the festivals that we don't love as much. And the word on the street on Waco is just how amazing it is. I can't begin to tell you the number of filmmakers who told me how fantastic it was. In particular, H. Nelson Tracy, who had breakup season with you guys last year, just raved about your festival. And so really excited to be here, and hope the audience loves our film.
Well, we're really honored, honestly, that you even took the time to submit to us and just give us a chance on that end, because people like you, people like H. Nelson Tracy, sending such amazing independent films that nowadays can just compete on the theatrical stage with anything that's out there. And so that's what we're excited about, getting to share that with our Waco audience and bringing them stuff that honestly, they wouldn't see anywhere else.
Sure.
And so
Yeah.
we're gaga about that. We're glad to have you be a part of it.
Yep.
But we're going to be conscientious of your time and also of the other guests on the show.
Sure.
Man, Chris, thank you so much. Looking
Thanks,
forward
guys.
to
This was
you
great.
in about nine days.
All right.
Very soon.
Awesome.
Thanks, Chris.
See you then.
Take care, guys. Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right.
All right.
That's a
Well,
fun film. I really encourage people to
That's
come out and see
tight.
that. 5 o'clock on Friday, next
Mhm.
Friday.
Yep.
Leave work a little early. Come out and see a really, really good sci-fi.
You should. I mean, honestly, you should be coming to Friday morning for everything. We've got,
yes.
we got blocks happening
Just-
all day Friday.
If you call in sick, I can write you a sick note.
We will. Yeah. Oh, actually, are both. I'm not going to say it. All right.
Continue. Anyway.
So our next guest, we'll bring on Twyla. Hi, Twyla.
Hey guys.
Welcome.
Twilight, do you need a sick note as well? I mean, we're giving it away now. So.
I think I'm going to be there quite a bit, so I'm hanging out with Waco.
Awesome.
All right.
Excited about it. Very excited about it.
All right. So Twyla has a documentary at the
Mhm.
festival this year. It's playing on the Saturday morning.
Yep.
Which is great because it's good for kids too.
You're not
That's-
going to ask her to give that information?
Oh well, okay. Would you like to tell us when your film is playing and tell us what the film's about?
Yes, what the film is about, it's called Where the Horses Heal the Soul. It's a feature-length documentary film about equine-assisted therapies and services. And this place, as you see in the picture, ROC, Ride-On Center for Kids in Georgetown, is the Equine-Assisted Services Center that the film is kind of centered around. That is Faith right there. She's one of the main characters in the film. She's a teenager. And the film follows 4 main characters. And that's our great cinematographer, Mike Eldridge, right there from Salt Lake City. And we're thrilled that he was part of the project. And he's a wonderful cinematographer. And the film follows 4 main characters, 2 veterans who've been in combat, have combat-related injuries, PTSD, and a young lady, Hunter Adkins, who is in her early 40s, and she has cerebral palsy, and she's a fearless dynamo kind of young lady, and also Faith, who I just mentioned, who has Down syndrome. And we're following these 4 individuals and sharing their stories of how their lives have been transformed through equine-assisted therapies, horseback riding therapy, the connection to the horse, and the veterans especially. It's very powerful. Their stories are very heartwarming and very moving, how the horse helps them just reconnect with families and reconnect in life. So it's pretty powerful. The stories are very powerful.
Yeah. So you guys have a pretty good audience. I think we're gonna have a good audience. Obviously, we have JC on the line. He's going to join us later. He has a horror film. His audience is going to be a little bit different from your audience. Audience. Who is your audience? Who should come out and see your movie?
Our audience is probably folks who have children, who have grandparents, who may have some issues, or friends or family members who may have some physical issues, cognitive issues. These types of centers, equine-assisted therapy centers around the country, they serve children with disabilities, adults with disabilities, and also anyone who's just in the horse world, who loves horses. Yeah. So it's very, very fascinating to me. I knew coming into the horse world, it was very fascinating for me to realize how horses really can help transform lives. The movement of the horse is simulating walking. So we also talk about a lot of research in the film. So anyone who's interested in horses, loves horses, and just would love to learn more about this type of therapy, that's our audience for sure.
Totally agree. I think you're hard pressed to find anyone who doesn't have some affection for horses. And I mean, they are just the most amazing beasts. They can be like your best friend. They have humor. They have like everything. And that's the thing that just kind of crosses. And then to be able to be a part of this therapy. And it's almost like you feel like they know what they're doing. They know what they're contributing to this.
Yeah, horses, what I'm discovering, like I said, I'm new in the horse world, but what I'm discovering, and Nancy Krennick, the founder and director of ROC, Ride-On Center for Kids, has done a lot of research, and horses really can feel what we're feeling. They have a sense of what we're going through. So that's pretty amazing for the veterans, especially, who will say, when they're in the military, that their units have their back. But when they're with the horse, they'll say the same thing. The horse has my back. So that's pretty amazing to me. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, so I know we have you coming to the festival with this film, but also you're going to be part of a panel of female filmmakers. We're going to
Yes.
talk to all of our feature filmmakers who happen to have women directors. That's going to be an exciting panel. What are you most excited about at the festival this year?
The festival, I'm excited about meeting fellow filmmakers and watching their great films. I'm excited about getting the message out. Our executive producers of our film, George and Barbara Brightwell, they have both recently passed away. They were elderly when we started producing the film, but their heart and their mission for this film was for us to just share the message that horses can help transform lives, and that there's a lot of people who need hope, who need this type of therapy, may not even know that this exists. So that's really what we're super excited about. We're grateful to be part of this festival and to help spread that message.
Awesome. Yeah, and you had talked earlier about you're kind of new to the horse world and everything, but what did you learn yourself since making this film? What new information have you come away with as a filmmaker?
I'm just very amazed at how, especially with the veterans, that connection to the horse, how it can transform their families, even not just the veterans, but their whole dynamic, their family dynamic. A couple of the veterans who are in our film, both were injured in combat and had severe PTSD. One gentleman was suicidal 2 weeks before he came, and we met him. He was new coming to Rock and never been to Rock before, and we captured the first time that he interacted with the horse. He was terrified, and you can see through the different times he came to Rock when we were filming that there's definitely a transformation starting to happen. So that's just very fascinating, and I did not know that about horses. Never really been around horses that much, so yeah, it was a very eye-opening experience, and realizing they're animals of prey. So I think that's another reason the veterans can connect with the horses, because they kind of feel like that when they come back from combat, So yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Cool. I think same question we asked of Chris would ask of you. Anything funny behind the scenes that happened that was just funny in its
Or any
own
other
right?
stories you want to share?
Any other stories?
I can't think of anything funny, but like I said, it's not funny, but it's pretty amazing how it all fell into place with Will, the gentleman who's featured in the beginning of the trailer. He was really struggling with PTSD, and he lived across the street from the Horseback Riding Therapy Center from Rock. And he had been checking into it, but hadn't been brave enough or courageous enough yet to come. And someone from the center called and said, "Come on over. Will you be part of this movie?" We only had 3 main characters, and Will ended up being one of the 4th. He was the 4th main character. So that all just kind of fell into place. Can't really think of anything really funny right now that happened,
That's
but
awesome.
yeah, that was pretty cool how that just kind of
Good
fell into
providence.
place. Yeah.
Very cool.
That's great.
Well, Twyla, again, we are excited to have you. Obviously, it's going to be a powerful movie, but also an engaging movie, an entertaining movie. Obviously, we don't believe in just, we're not preaching to our audience here. We're showing them stories. We're telling them stories. And so you did a great job telling stories.
Thank
and
you.
so we're excited to show this movie. Again, it's going to be at the Texas Music Cafe, 10:30 on Saturday, 10:30 morning on the morning on Saturday. Texas Music Cafe is a great venue. It's definitely one of our favorites. Great sound, obviously.
Yeah.
They do concerts there as well, but we have a great stage.
Yeah,
We're super excited.
Yeah, great for all ages. So definitely come out, support Twyla, support the festival, come out and see this film.
Yep.
Where Horses Heal the Soul.
And you can check out all of her socials are at Where the Horses Heal the Soul. That's on Facebook and Instagram and everything else.
Yeah, and with this film and with the last film, if you go to our website and go through the ticketing page and find the film that you're looking for, you can also watch a trailer as well. So you'll be able to take a peek at the film before you come out and see it. And yeah, come out, definitely come out all the next weekend, hang out with us in downtown Waco, meet Twyla, hear more of her story, not only at this film, but also at the Future is Female panel next weekend.
That's going to be awesome. Awesome. Twyla, thank you so much. We'll give you back your day, but thank you for joining us and talking to our audience. And we're looking for good things come next, the whole weekend, but definitely come next Saturday. So thank you, Twyla.
See you soon.
So much. Can't wait to see you guys. Thank you so much.
All right. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
All right.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a great story.
Yep.
I love how, so much of filmmaking is just things falling into place at the right time.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
And we're running the gamut too here because we've had, we have sci-fi. We have a nice doc that's not only just a great doc, but it's a family-oriented doc. But we're going to switch into different territory here. And we're going to bring on JC Doler. Hey, JC.
Hey, how you doing?
In the car, man.
I know. Sorry, I got stuck running errands on another film.
Totally get it.
But you know what? I was able to pull over and get it done.
I
Oh, well,
appreciate
thank you for doing that for
Yep.
us. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Your film is a bit different from the other two.
Not the same audience.
Not the same audience.
No.
Tell us a little bit about your film.
Yeah, so it's called The Twin, and it's a psychological thriller horror film about a man haunted by his own evil twin, doppelganger. And it's about mental health, and it's about grief, and all those fun things, but with a nice little bow of horror.
Yes, yes. I will tell you, my wife is a huge horror fan, and I am appreciative of it. But when you have a fanatic in your house for that genre, you basically make sure you take use of that. So I said, I need you to watch this. I need you to tell me what you think. And she came back and she was just like, oh my gosh, love it. She's like, it doesn't feel like it's not a B movie. It's stellar. It's scary.
Yeah, we had a couple of programmers that are like, yeah, I didn't want to watch past the first 10 minutes because it was too freaky. Freaky grandma.
Yeah.
That was a note we got. And it was like, okay, yeah, if programmers are like, this is freaking people out, then we know it's going to be a good time. Yeah.
Horror is a good genre where you can do that, where you can say, I don't want to watch more than that. And it's like, not because it's bad, but because it's scary. And I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
No, I mean, well, don't sell yourself short. I mean, people think that horror is easy because but believe me, we've from short films to feature films, we've had submissions, and honestly, some people just think, oh, jump scares are the way to go. There's only so many jump scares you can get. It's got to be actually good horror, and like you said, psychological. You know, really talk to different issues. In that regard. Yeah.
So Samuel's going to pull up some images from the film. Can you kind of tell us about some of the influences you had making this film, like kind of inspirational things for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So this started out as a short film that I shot with my wife and our friend Chris Evans back in 2016. And we decided to, not at Chris Evans, the other Chris Evans. And so we made the short film called Hangman. It did really well. And we decided to turn it into a feature, but that was way back in 2016. And it took us 6 years to get the script right, to get past COVID and all that stuff. And we finally started shooting it in 2022. And originally, it was just the idea of just being haunted by your own evil twin. That's what we thought was the scary part. And then we learned about this concept in Irish folklore called a fetch, and which is like an omen of your own death. And we thought that was so fascinating, and we incorporated that into the story of the twin, and it was all downhill from there.
Well, I would say uphill because it's fantastic. It is downhill, I guess it's a quick ride because it is a feature film, but it is so fun, so scary. So, if that is your vibe, this is your film. If it's not your vibe, then, horses or sci-fi. But if it is your vibe, if you are into horror films, definitely check this out. Pop up the date again for me if you would. It's already up. It's Saturday. Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. JC, you're an alum of the festival, but I don't think you've been here yet. This is your first time coming to Waco, right?
Correct. This will be my first time attending. I think we had our film War Paint there in the past, and so I co-directed that with my wife Taylor, and which I hate that we missed it, but now I'm really excited to go there. I've heard so much great things about Waco. We've had other friends that played there, and I can't wait to visit.
Now, we're very excited to have you. We're very excited to bring out a great audience. Horror audience always comes out for the Waco Indie Film Festival. So excited about that. Oh, our Wi-Fi dipped for a second.
Our Wi-Fi dipped. We're still there.
Yeah. Don't know if you heard what I said. We're going to ask you the same question we asked some other. There's a twin behind you. I'm going to ask you the same question. Any juicy tidbits, anything you want to reveal to the audience before they come out and see your film? I don't know if he's catching us. Maybe I think we've upset a spirit or something. They're not enjoying this live stream right now.
We'll finish it out quick, but
So
is there anything you want to share with the audience?
Our anecdote was that the film, what was it called? The Iron Claw almost stole our location. Zac Efron almost stole our location. We wrote our whole film around the house that's featured in the film, and we'd planned on shooting it there for years. And as soon as we get ready to roll into production, the Iron Claw is like, hey, we want to rent this house for basically half your whole budget for just the house rental. And we're like, no. And so, of course, the owner couldn't say no to that. Luckily, for us at least, they decided to eventually move production down to Baton Rouge. We shot in Shreveport, Louisiana. but that was last minute. So we spent so much time trying to figure out how we can find a new house that would work for the film. And again, we wrote the whole script around that house. So, but we got lucky, and eventually we were able to film in the right house. So, awesome. but we had so many great things happen on set. It really all came together. A lot of luck, a lot of hard work made it happen.
Very cool. Very cool.
So excited to have you. All right. So The Twin happening. That's where you can follow it, The Twin movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it's Saturday at the Lodge right here, downtown Waco.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the Lodge down there. It's not the Masonic Lodge on Lee Lockwood. This is the Grand Masonic Lodge on Columbus. So make sure you're hitting the right one. And for us, it's right here in downtown Waco. And if you park here, free parking, and then you can take the shuttle that we'll have to any of the other venues, making it super easy to get around the festival this year.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So,
JC, we appreciate your time. Thanks for hanging on in your car and all that. Thanks. Is there anything else you'd like to add that we might have missed about the Twin, about anything coming up?
No, I think that's it. I'm really excited. I hope people come and they get scared and they feel something, and it'll be a good time. And thank your wife for me for liking the film and giving it a thumbs up.
Huge thumbs up. Yeah, she was gaga over it. So yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
Thank you, JC.
See you soon, man.
See you next week.
You. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Okay.
Like we said earlier, there's too much awesome.
Too much awesome.
Yeah.
I
So
think that's mine.
Okay, good. Well, it's probably telling us, hey, we need to wrap up soon.
Yeah.
So, and we should. So to remind you, the viewer at home, if you haven't bought your tickets yet, go out and get tickets to Waco Indie. VIP passes on sale, individual tickets on sale. So if you want to watch one film, you want to see The Twin, or you want to see Strange Dark, you can get those on the schedule of our website.
Yep.
If you want to experience the entire festival, you want to go to all the parties, all the panels, all the films, you want to watch the encore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do all of
The
that.
online encore, by the way.
Yeah. You could do that with our VIP pass, which is on sale on the website as well. Definitely the way to go. You get a free t-shirt, some really cool swag. I'm
swag.
very excited about the swag we got this year. We got some new shirts, new hats, new stickers that are really, really cool. I think you're going to enjoy.
Yep.
You'll see those in a social media post coming up soon. Yeah, definitely go out and get your tickets, get your passes. You don't want to miss this festival. It is one of the highlights of the Waco calendar year.
Yeah. And speaking of social media, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Easy enough, at Waco Indie. And that is going to be like the quickest way to get the information coming down this fire hose of so much awesome coming at you. So until then, wow, we're keeping this actually a little tighter than we usually do.
Gosh,
usually we're like 45 minutes. We're keeping it under 30.
Yeah.
So we're going to actually do our best
30.
to do that. We're so grateful to our guests who joined us. Those are just the feature films. There's some of the feature films. Yeah. We've got at least 6 more feature films, if not 7.
Yeah, we got North Shore that's coming, the stars from North Shore. We have an excellent panel about reality TV. So you get to meet some of the reality TV stars that are in Waco, folks that have been on The Amazing Race, who have been on The Voice.
Your neighbors, your friends and neighbors
exactly,
who've been in reality TV. They're going to give us
Alejandro, who is on the Hell's Kitchen.
Who's the chef at Butcher Cellar. Your friends and neighbors who will give you the reality behind reality TV.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So, so much awesome. Go to our website to check it out. I'll pop that up again here, wacoindie.com. Go to our Facebook feed, go to our Instagram feed, catch up on everything we've been popping out. We're trying to hit all the highlights of the cool things that are happening. Come join the Fire Hose of Awesome next week, starting Thursday night at our amazing red carpet. This is the place to be Thursday night. It's going to be at the Palladium, right across from the Hippodrome. Yep. And then our opening night,
is a Christmas in New Hope, which was shot in Waco.
Shot in Waco.
Yes, it's
showing in Waco.
Showing in Waco. Christmas in July. So
Christmas in July. It's gonna be awesome.
Chill out, watch an awesome, fun Hallmark kind of esque Christmas movie. So it's very, very wholesome, very fun. And again, with Waco talent, Waco producers, Waco actors, crew members, locations, you're going to see things that you're going to recognize. So cool to be able to bring that homecoming film here to Waco next weekend.
It's a great opener.
Yep.
Great opener. And then it just continues from there all the way through. So we will see you guys definitely next week. And don't be afraid to come up to us and say hi.
Yep.
Everybody thinks because we're running
around.
Busy.
No, yeah. We're busy saying hi to you.
Yeah. I can't run around with my hair on fire because I have no hair. So just come say hi. And until then, we'll see you guys later. And this is going to be awesome. We're going to breathe for a second, and then we're going to keep working on the festival for for you people. We do it for you. So, all right. We love you guys.
See you soon.
Adios.